Hello, talking about courage today. I'm Lori Seitz, and this topic has come up pretty frequently in the past few days, and I thought it would be a great one to address in a video. What is courage? I mean, when you think about courage, what do you think about? Do you think about the cowardly lion in The Wizard of Oz who wanted courage to stand up to the Wicked Witch? Or David in the story of David and Goliath in the Bible? Or people during the civil rights era, Martin Luther King or Rosa Parks or Nelson Mandela? Or even more in the more modern era, people like Malala Yousafzai, who stood up to her Taliban attackers because she had been speaking out about education for girls in Pakistan. What does courage mean to you? I came across an article that listed 6 types of courage. See if any of these resonate with you. The first one was feeling the fear and doing it anyway. You've probably heard that people who are courageous aren't necessarily fearless. They feel fear. They just choose to feel the fear and keep moving forward. Keep going towards that thing that scares them, taking the action steps regardless of the fear. The second thing was persevering even when you're facing that adversity. So it's kind of the same, but you're facing this challenge in front of you, and you choose to keep moving forward instead of letting it scare you or repel you. So it's a little bit different. There's a nuanced difference there. The third one was following the call of your heart. You know, this is so difficult for so many people. You feel in your heart something that you really want to do, but then you let other voices come in and talk you out of it. Like, well, what if it doesn't please everyone? What if somebody's upset with that decision that I make? What if it hurts someone else? What if, it comes from that place of back in the day when we lived in tribes, and being cast out of our tribe would have meant certain death because we would have had to go off on our own, and we wouldn't have been able to fight off the saber-toothed tigers on our own. So we are conditioned to want to be a part of a group and to not do anything that would make that group dislike us or cast us out. But following the call of your own heart and following your truth, oftentimes that is very courageous. The next one was standing up for what you believe is right. You know, again, it comes back to what is your truth? What feels like the right thing for you, and doing that. We're caught up right now in so much going on around us where everybody's being so judgmental, and that's a whole different discussion. But what can you do that taps into and honors your truth? Do what feels right for you. Let everybody else do their thing, and do what is right and courageous for you. Okay, and that falls kind of into the next one, which is letting go of what's comfortable. Oh, yeah. You know, letting go of the comfortable. Comfortableness is exactly that. It's comfortable, but it doesn't lead to any kind of growth, and it's certainly not courageous. So can you take steps to be courageous by just letting go a little bit of that feeling of comfort, stepping a little bit out of your comfort zone and stretching that comfort zone a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more? You're never going to eliminate the comfort zone. You are always going to be pushing yourself out of it. You're never going to get to a point where you don't feel uncomfortable taking courageous steps. I don't think that's possible as a human, to ever reach that point where you aren't pushing your boundaries, and pushing those boundaries feels completely comfortable. Like, no, that's not going to happen. So we have to get used to, we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I know, it's crazy. Sounds crazy. Like, how do I do that? But it's a matter of just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, even when it's not comfortable. Like, that's the whole point of it. Being courageous is not comfortable. And the last one was having faith that being courageous will strengthen you. Having faith that you are doing the right thing. This is part of being human again. Part of becoming a better version of yourself is pushing, is growth. That growth mindset, that the only way that you can improve is through growth. And growth, again, is often not comfortable. But if you believe that growing is important, then you'll see it as a strength. You'll see growth as a strength. And because you see growth as a strength, you will summon the courage to do it. Does that make sense? Eleanor Roosevelt said, do one thing every day that scares you. That's what pushes you into growth. So now, being courageous doesn't necessarily mean standing up to your Taliban attackers or taking risks. Walt Disney was considered courageous for taking the ginormous financial risks and creative risks that he took. What you do to be courageous doesn't have to be anything that enormous. It could be standing up to a boss who doesn't respect your boundaries. It could be leaving a relationship that no longer serves you. It could be wearing the damn shorts outside your house, regardless of what you think other people are going to think about you. What's the one courageous step that you can take today to move you from where you are to where you would like to be? Take that step. If you need help figuring out how to summon the courage or what that step even should be, maybe you have an inkling but you're not sure. Let's talk. Let's get on a call and talk. I'd love to kind of hold your hand and walk you across the steps of what that looks like. All right, take care. Let me know in the comments section, when is a time that you have been courageous, or when is a time that you wanted to be courageous but you stepped back and that you wish you had been more courageous. Take care. See you next time.